Alright, everybody, let's do some of these problems about writing equations of parallel and perpendicular lines together. So let's write the slope-intercept form of the equation for this line. I am giving you slope and I am giving you y-intercept. Now, if I give you slope and y-intercept, I immediately think y equals mx plus b. And I'm going to use this form like we saw in the video because slope is m and y-intercept is b. So quickly and easily we can just say, you know what, why don't we use a fancy pen? Y equals 5/2 x minus 3. Plus means keep the sign of whatever we're saying. You could even say plus a negative 3, but when you type it into student view, I need you to say y equals 5/2x minus 3. There's our answer. So using that information, go ahead and complete questions 2, 3, and 4. Hit pause, come back, and I'll be moving on. Alrighty, thanks for coming back. Now let's write slope-intercept form of the equation of a line through this point with this slope. Alrighty, so slope-intercept form. I need my answer to say y equals mx plus b. The problem is they gave me slope right here. They gave me slope, but they didn't give me b. They gave me a point. So instead of using slope-intercept form, I'm going to use point-slope form. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So we're going to use this form where we have our slope. Let me highlight that. We have our slope. We have the x value from my point, and we have the y value from my point. Okay, so when I plug that in, that's going to say y minus negative 4, because that's the purple, equals 9/4 times x minus negative 4. Well, again, nobody likes to say minus and negative, so I'm going to turn that to y plus 4 equals 9/4 times x plus 4. Okay, we got a little bit of a problem, though. My problem is, I moved my recording frame. That's part of the problem. But the problem for us is we want my answer to look like this, y equals, and this does not say y equals. So to get this to say y equals, what I'm going to do is I am going to distribute the 9/4 into the parentheses. So start by distributing. Y plus 4 equals 9/4 x. Now 9/4 times 4. When I distribute that, 9/4, we're really doing 9/4 times 4 over 1. Those 4s are going to cancel out, leaving me with a plus 9. This should be plus 4. Alrighty, y still isn't by itself. So I'm going to subtract 4. I'm going to get rid of a plus 4 by minusing 4. Then jump over here to the constant, subtract 4. And the equation I want is y equals 9/4 x plus 5. And remember, so when you type that into student view, you got to hit the blue button so you can get that fraction, the 9/4. All right, let's write the slope-intercept. Let's do it again. Write slope-intercept. So slope-intercept. My answer needs to be y equals mx plus b. Write it through this given point. Well, again, they gave me a point and a slope. That's point-slope form. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Where we have slope, that's my m. x1 is the x value of the point, and y1 is the y value of the point. So when I plug things in, I'm going to get y minus, I didn't stop my fancy pen, y minus negative 5 equals m 10 times x minus negative 1. I'm going to go back to my fancy pen. I like that fancy calligraphy pen. So y plus 5 minus a negative becomes a plus 10 times x plus 1. I need my answer to say y equals mx plus b. So we're going to distribute into the parentheses. Distribute into the parentheses. Y plus 5 equals 10x plus 10. Get y by itself. So I'm going to subtract 5. It says plus 5. Getting rid of that's a minus 5. Minus 5. So my final answer, I'm going to write it in blue because it's my final answer. Y, that's a 0, equals 10x. 1 minus 5 is negative 4. Boom. There's my answer. All right, let's go ahead and hit pause. Answer questions 7, 8, 9, and 10. When you're done with 10, hit play and come right back. Alrighty, so here we go. Let's write the slope-intercept form of this line. So again, I want to, oh, wait a minute. They're not giving me slope. They're giving me a point, but they're not giving me slope. Oh, but what they said right here, parallel to, lines that are parallel have the same slope. Lines that are parallel have the same slope. So the slope of this line is the number in front of x, negative 7 over 2. So the slope I want is also negative 7 over 2. And I'm going to go through that point. So plug it into point slope form. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. I'm using this one because they gave me a point. They gave me slope and a point. Oops, a little too far. There we go. So m is of course slope. x1 is the x value of the point. y1 is the y value of the point. Don't be afraid to use colors. Get some color on your page. So y minus purple, y minus negative 4 equals m negative 7 over 2 times x minus 2. No one says minus and negative. We say plus. Y plus 4 equals negative 7 halves times x minus 2. I distributed into the parentheses. That's how I got this. There we go. Now I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. Notice I subtracted from the constants. So y equals negative 7 halves x minus 6. And there, my friends, is our final answer. Because they wanted that answer in slope-intercept form. Boom. Why is this taking a minute? There it goes. So again, let's write the slope-intercept form of the equation for this line. Parallel. Parallel lines have the same slope. Parallel. Same slope. So let's find the slope of this line. Slope is always the number in front of x. It says just m, so we understand that the slope of this line is negative 1. Negative 1x, negative 1x right there. What they gave me is a point. They didn't give me y-intercept. So y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Point slope form, where we know slope. x1 is the x value of the point. y1 is the y value of the point. So when I plug it in, y minus negative 5 equals m is negative 1, times x minus 2. No one says minus negative 5. We say y plus 5 equals negative. I'm just going to leave the 1 off. We understand it's there. Now I can distribute into the parentheses. Y plus 5 equals negative 1 times x. Negative 1 times negative 2 is a positive 2. I want to get y by itself. So add 5, add 5. Final answer, y equals 5 minus 5. I'm sorry, not add 5. Goodness, this is why I've told you guys, so important to pay attention to your signs. Oh my gosh. And how I caught it, by the way, it was a legitimate mistake on my part. I tried to do 5 plus 5, and I said, that's not 0. I need it to be 0. So please, watch your signs. There's my 0. That's what I wanted. Equals, bring down that negative x. 2 minus 5 is negative 3. Boom. There it's in the proper form. All right, so go ahead and hit pause. Let's answer the next group, 13 through 16. When you're done, hit unpause and come back. All right, now we're changing up our line relationship. Now we're talking perpendicular lines. Perpendicular, oops, change that color. I want it to be yellow. We want perpendicular. So those are negative reciprocals. So we're going to start and say, all right, well, this slope is 5. The slope I want is the negative reciprocal of this. So turn my fraction upside down, make it negative. So there's my slope. The slope of all lines perpendicular to this line is negative 1/5. They gave me my point, so y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Plug in our values where we've got slope, x1, y1. So y minus 0 equals negative 1/5 x minus 2. Distribute the negative 1/5 into the parentheses. So I'm going to have y equals negative 1/5 x plus, if you do that in your calculator, 1/5 times 2 is 2/5. It's in the right form. Y is by itself. We're good to go. Let's try another one. Again, I want it in slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. However, perpendicular to negative 5. So this slope is negative 5. Now remember, that's negative 5 over 1. I'm going to take the negative reciprocal of that. Flip the fraction upside down, change it from negative to positive. So there's my slope right here. Let's plug it into point slope form. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. We have our y1 and our x1 values. X of the point, y value of the point. I've got to hurry. I've only got a minute on the video left. So y plus 4, I'm just going to go ahead and do it plus right now. 1/5, oops, because there's my slope, 1/5 times x minus 4. Let's distribute into the parentheses. So y plus 4 equals 1/5 x minus 4/5. Use your calculator if you don't believe me. Subtract 4 on the left side, subtract 4 on the right side. And my final answer is going to be y equals 1/5 x minus 24/5. Please use fractions in your answers if you need. All right? Use your calculators. So go ahead, finish this, enter your answers into Student View, and Patriots, I'll see you when I see you.